John Howard with the Butch Whitfield group of Harry Norman Realtors.
Hi, and my name's Butch Whitfield, and today we're in Atlantic Station, right in the core of Atlanta. Tell us a little bit about it, John.
We're on the original site of the Atlanta Steel Mill, which was originally opened in 1901, and it was closed in the mid-70s, and then they started redeveloping it. It took several years to clean up the mess because of environmental problems and hazards that were involved with the soil.
It was a mess. If you're watching this and you've lived here, you know how much time they spent with I believe it was the EPA, just cleaning up this site before construction could begin.
So after construction began, they built over 15 million.
Yes, 15 million square feet worth of residential, retail, and commercial space.
It ultimately was designed to solve urban sprawling.
Yes, so it can bring life back into the city, and with that, they also have 11 acres worth of parks here in this development.
So what they wanted to do was just to accomplish where you could live and work in the same area and be in just a walking distance. So in 2003, the first resident moved in. In 2004, the 17th Street Bridge was built.
God, again, if you lived here during that time, you know that was also this, not a catastrophe, but if you can envision this, they shut down 85, north and south. I believe they would do it in the middle of the night. It was still mayhem. And it was for this one yellow arcing bridge that went across. It was known as the Banana. And I think as a resident, they also took different ideas of what this bridge should look like from the city. And even there was a little contest in the AJC, and well, you can see what we have. It's 8 lanes worth of thoroughfare leading into the community, which again, it's quite an entrance into this place.
In 2005, retail space opened here, but there was another tragedy.
Yeah.
Where arson actually was burned several buildings here. The Art Foundry was damaged.
Art Foundry and the Element. I believe it was $5 million worth of damage. It was almost like it was an amazing site as well, because you just had the framing done for these buildings, and it was like watching matchsticks go up. It was an incredible site.
So they did get the retail open, and then of course in 2010, right after the recession, Atlantic Station kind of took a new vision upon itself, it recreated itself.
If this happened, it happened twice. There was one just recently in 2015. But, I think big communities like this, they start heading a different direction, new management comes in, and I've enjoyed the change over the years in terms of their direction, which used to be big box stores. Now it's locally owned smaller companies or businesses that have come into the retail space. It's nice.
So the Atlantic Station public areas include the outdoor mall, which has shopping and dining, and a 16-screen movie theater. Plus, There's plenty of parking.
Plenty of parking. I believe is it 7,200 spaces in the parking deck. It's a mammoth deck. There's multiple different levels. So again, if this is one of your first times here, just recognize, almost drive around it real quick. You can see where you want to go and the gate or the stairway that you want to then park next to, so that you're exiting the parking deck in an area that you want to, where you want to be. I like to use my phone or an app when trying to find it again.
So there's multiple mid-rise and high-rise buildings. One was a 26-story hotel, the 12 Hotel and Residence.
Yes, you've got your hotel on the lower levels, and then your condos above.
And of course there's the Wells Fargo building, which was 22 stories. That and the adjacent building to it were...
They were the first to receive the silver certification for LEED construction for commercial properties in the state of Georgia.
There you go.
Okay, tongue twister.
Yes.
So maybe we talk about the Millennium Gate.
The Millennium Gate, which is directly behind us.
The Millennium Gate, it's a beautiful structure. A lot of people don't quite understand it, and as I'm preparing for this video, I became to better appreciate this gate. Now, I've been to a couple events in this space. It's a building. It's 12,000 square foot museum in the base, and then there's also these rooms that are recreated from the home of the Glenn family. The Glenn's owned this property when it was a steel mill. They've taken his office, I think a family room, and a library, and recreated them on the top levels of the arc.
Yeah. So the Millennium Gate opened in 2008, and $18 million to build it.
Yes, and this is the largest monument since the Thomas Jefferson Memorial was built in D.C.
That's right. And so the gate was ultimately to celebrate art that's here in Georgia.
And that's what the museum in the lower levels really illustrate. It has it's celebrating all the art and culture from the state and exhibited there.
So collections from the Glenn family, which owned the property,
Right.
now is housed in the upper levels.
Yes, it's pretty cool space. They, again, pretty prominent family in town. You'll get to know more about that. We'll tell you more about the Glenns later on. However, they have some really fantastic, it looks to me, I guess, like federal style furniture up there. It's definitely worth a visit. So let's see here. Okay, tech. You want to talk about tech?
Sure.
Georgia Tech is a huge influencer on this part of town. Again, this is on the west side of Midtown, on the edge of West Midtown, which is behind you, and Midtown, which is just on the other side of 85, which is behind us.
But Atlantic Station is becoming like the tech center now of the Atlanta technology industry, which is booming.
Yes.
It's growing every day.
You might be able to see it was at the black building behind us. That's where Facebook has offices, and Microsoft
just leased 2 major offices, which are closer to the interstate.
Those are still being completed. There's some of the shorter buildings next to some of the taller high-rises.
And that's bringing in over 1,500 employees to that building.
Listen, our state and city are really booming for all this new development going on over here. Between Microsoft, is it Google? They're all considering this, and it's really putting Atlanta on the map and really getting us, I guess, in the news.
For sure.
So, hey guys, this is Atlantic Station. Come discover it with us.